Hello there, it's Jazz616, and for our first video we'll be going over Prince Vegeta from the Sayian saga of Dragon Ball Z. Please hit that like button if you like this video, because I'm pretty sure you will. Before we start, we need to go over his backstory. Vegeta was once the prince of the fallen Saiyan race, but after their planet was destroyed he spent years of destroying/conquering planets to please the tyrant Frieza. He would attempt to take over Earth. However, after a fierce battle with Son Goku he was forced to retreat, and would go on to become his greatest rival, and eventually change from a ruthless killer into one of the most important members of the Z Fighters. For this scale though, we'll only talk about his first appearance. Now that we have that out the way, let's start with the scaling. I would like to start with feats done by weaker characters, which will be relevant later. The first major feat was done by Master Roshi in the second arc of O.G Dragon Ball, where he destroys the moon. Before you say it's an outlier, know it's as it is backed up by multiple guidebooks, including one where it flat out says that Goku's Super Kamehameha was stronger than one that could shatter the moon, and there are similar fates done by other characters around this point. Like how King Piccolo said he could destroy the Earth if he wanted to. It is unknown if he was going to wipe out all life on the planet or literally destroy it, but even if you go with the former, it would still put him around multi-continental to moon level, and if you went with the latter it would make him small to baseline planet level. There's also Kami restoring the moon. Even if you want to say that Shenron was used, it is revealed that Shenron cannot grant wishes that are beyond Kami's ballpark of power, not to mention King Piccolo seemingly killed Shenron and Kami finger-flicked a version of Goku who killed King Piccolo, yet Kami still believed Goku surpassed him when he first fought Piccolo Jr., and Piccolo at the start of the Sayian saga also destroyed the moon. Also know the Roshi that had to use his buff form to put out fire on a mountain was a weaker Roshi than the one who destroyed the moon due to him training in between the two arcs. Roshi only heard stories about the Red Ribbon Army, which were clearly untrue. Meanwhile, he witnessed firsthand how powerful King Piccolo was, so don't try to use that downplay. And King Piccolo being stated to have power that rivals a small nuke was from a secondary source. The actual manga clearly makes him out to be much higher than that, and that's just something he can do, not all imitation. Piccolo and Roshi's moon-busting fates have actually been calculated at planet level. Link in the description. Wow, we are not even at the Raditz fight and we already have moon to planet level feats. This is important because Raditz easily stomped on Goku and Piccolo and only lost due to their strategy, with the humans surpassing Raditz but being unable to beat Nappa even when they all teamed up. Yet this same Nappa fought Goku after 1 year of training on King Kai's planet and got demolished, even after calming down and almost reaching his level. And this same Goku needed Kaioken ×2 to fight Vegeta and still couldn't beat him. On top of all of this, Vegeta also surpassed his father as a child, who in question could destroy a planet and 2 moons with a wave of his hand, which has been calced to be dwarf star level. Link in description. After having to use Kaioken ×3, Goku then starts to beat up Vegeta badly, which forces him to use his strongest attack, the Gallic Gun, which he claims would turn the Earth to space dust. After this, the iconic beam struggle happens with Vegeta losing, and after that he creates an artificial moon and turns into Ozar, which is a 10x multiplier, and crushes the weakened Goku, who at this point would obviously stand no chance. However, after getting his tail cut off he would revert back to normal and is then finished off with the Genki Dama. It is at this point where Vegeta realizes that there is no longer anything he can do and then retreats. So to conclude his attack potency, he is at least large planet level, and with this scaling he would be closer to dwarf star level at his peak. Now on to speed. Similar thing, we mostly just upscale from weaker characters. For starters, Roshi's Kamehameha hit the moon in at most a minute in the manga and 13 seconds in the anime, which is around 16% light speed, and Piccolo's attack reached the moon in again at most a minute in the manga, but this time within 2 seconds in the anime, which is about 40% light speed. This is also consistent with Red Ribbon Army arc, Goku dodging a point-blank laser, and Vegeta massively upscales from these feats, putting him at FTL to FTL plus quite consistently. Now, a popular counter-argument is that Snake Way was said to be 1,000,000 kilometers long and it took pre-King Kai training Goku months to travel. The simple debunk to this argument is that it was said, legend says, that it was 1,000,000 kilometers long, meaning that they were not even sure and could be wrong. And finally, we are going to talk about his abilities and powers. He can fly, has superhuman physical characteristics, has basic Kai manipulation, has transformation via the artificial moon, has enhanced senses, and lastly he has a reactive power level. What I mean by this is that, due to his Sayian physiology, every time he almost dies but recovers during battle, he gets a lot stronger, with the ability being referred to as a Zenkai boost. How much of a boost it gives is very inconsistent though, so we cannot add a set multiplier. So to conclude, Vegeta ASAP/durability is planet level at worst and dwarf star level at best. Personally, I like being safe and having him at large planet plus, and his speed is FTL plus. Thank you all for watching and I hope you enjoyed the scaling. Peace out.